Oh, that's hot.
So I'm going to pattern a summon undead after summon animal.
Yeah. All the rest of summon spells are based on summon animal.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be I want to be creative with my necromancy and do like a lot of necromancy flavored stuff, but not all of it. Just bringing undead things. But I want to be necromancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea where my phone charger is, but I'm gonna need to find that soon.
All right. We ready?
Yep.
All right. So you guys were in the middle of interrogating Kale, the city watchman, who apparently has joined the cult. Let's see. Yep. French fry theft.
To
They
die.
don't taste good.
Who
They
has
don't.
joined?
They don't.
But they do just taste like salt, which is lovely.
These ones have a little bit of seasoning on them too.
They put them all in there?
It's not here.
It's largely just a chewy.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Texture bad.
And his holy symbol, or whatever we want to call it, exploded in this
vortex of terror.
right. It was bad. Much damage was had, but no one was hurt because of you ladies' fast thinking. Get this the fuck out of here, and the fast legs of Thwack, who is still active on that haste potion.
Does he have like those?
Hmm?
Does he have like those Albert Einstein legs? Have you seen that picture?
No, I have not.
He has amazing legs. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
What?
And Tatiana had gotten around to, who do you work for?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the last question asked before we broke last.
Yes.
He whispers something. Let's see, you've got really pointy ears. Give me a perception check.
What do I do? I got an 18. I do remember my perception scores at least. It's plus 15.
24.
Okay. It did sound like a name, but that's about it. It's kind of like he's testing the waters, being able to talk, to say things.
I guess I'll walk closer to him. Be like, I could barely hear you. Do you want to just try one more time? Maybe one more time.
Kari Matri.
Interesting.
Sea Lord Kari Matri. And he gets a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more bold.
Now he hasn't been eviscerated off the face of the planet.
Right. And he's talking faster and faster and faster. Sea Lord Kari Matri. He's coming back from the watery depths. The old followers of Tempest, some of them have converted to him. And there's an insanity growing in his eyes.
Oh, Lord.
As he starts spewing Karimatri and the cave beneath the cave, the waves beneath the waves.
Cave
beneath the cave. Waves beneath the wave. We're reading poetry now.
Kamari or whatever.
Don't you Google it? You can't look it up. No.
No, she's typing in her notes.
It wouldn't do you any good.
It's made up. Ha!
Yep.
Kari Matri.
Karimatri.
Yeah, it's got something to do with the fish people. I know that much.
Mm-hmm.
Probably turn into fish people at night, like.
Where fish? Well, you did get attacked by the fish people in midday. Because you can't
Or
be
they
proper
just get
were
turned-
creatures and do it at night. No, they have to do it in daytime.
Or the people they're kidnapping, they're
fish.
turning into fish. Either way,
I thought-
there's fish people
The fish
involved in
people
this
are
cult.
present involved in this whole
Yeah.
debauchery.
Or do you have another question for him before he starts gibbering in craziness?
Before he literally just loses his ever-loving
Okay.
mind.
Did I hear him say what coming back from the depths of the waters?
It's like coming back from the depths.
What is coming back from the depths?
Karimatri, Kalima, Kalima. That's an
What does
Indiana
it look
Jones
like?
reference.
Well, tell us more about this Lord. We want to know more so that we can speak with him when he arrives from the depths.
Of the cave. Beneath the waters.
He will consume all, and all will become his domain.
Why do you think that?
I have seen the power, the visions.
What kind of drugs did you take when you saw these visions?
Really good.
But
Obviously, these are not people who are not opposed to, using drugs and so forth, because they're
I was
using
gonna have to make
this
sure you got a little
potion of
bit.
fervent fury.
Can we set it here? Or dump some in the bowl.
If you investigate the potion, it is an alchemy that creates this state of hyper vigilant lack. You have no fear. You have no sense of your own mortality. So it's kind of like a potion of heroism, where you're willing to do the things and take all the injuries doing it.
no.
But it only helps you so much, and it really completely shoots your own sense of self-preservation.
Be here when I get back. What? I don't know what that means. I'm here. Oh, you might not know it's me because this is what I normally look like in real life. I don't normally look like this. Well, no, you would know what I normally look like because I have played many video games looking like this. But here's Tatiana for the evening.
Tatiana is now a weregoat.
Weregoat.
He doesn't get to turn into the scary goat man. No, just a goat.
Just a goat.
And
With
a
puggy
faint-
horns, though.
And a fainting goat at that. Your character is now a fainting goat. Every time, roll for initiative.
It only
On your
says
turn, you pass out.
No, it's anytime she gets
Do a will
fear
save so you
effect.
don't pass out.
Anytime she's frightened, she passes out.
Does it not have our video actually live? Let's find out.
I was like, you know what? This is horrible. I probably have COVID. And I'm like, you know what? No.
No, it just tastes horrible. No, it should definitely, if it's not working right for you, Theos, I'm not sure what's going on, but it should definitely be working like normal.
Yeah, it's fast food that was the picture for me, so it is sustenance and nothing
Plus
else.
2 knowledge checks on Disney.
Well,
Jeez. He put bunny suit of fumble aversion. Plus 2 to knowledge checks on Disney films.
but-
Yeah, it does say restream in the top right corner because that is the what I am using to stream with. Because we are streaming live on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube all at one time. So that would be why it says that. But we are actually live. This is not an actual restream. It's being restreamed to other place, but this is we are live. This is not a previous stream or anything like that.
I'm here live in the studio.
It was not filmed live in front of a studio audience. You don't get a studio audience.
I mean, it says live studio right there on the computer.
Okay.
Sir. I am gonna alter the post really quick again and make sure that it is
Going through there.
the audience is public and tag you guys really quick. That way it shows up on your shit.
Warm.
I don't really know if I want to be tagged. Food now.
Nobody can even see you.
I
It's
love you.
fine. What the
Is it at least it's not tasty? I don't know. There's no help for it. Or no help.
Probably the chicken and biscuits are all right.
Yeah.
The French fries are just a touch rubbery.
The chicken was pretty rubbery as well. I had to like,
Probably a pretty rubbery actually, but
the brisket's amazing though. I mean,
that's so. No, it's now it's getting chippies. Just fine. That's why my little leftovers
Shade.
show. It says to chop it up in teeny pieces and rebatter it and refry it. It's thinking about something.
Well, yeah.
That's quick.
crispy. All right, cool. We are.
My favorite thing about the leftover show on Netflix is that everyone who's there looks like they're not being helpful.
That is our
That's hysterical.
DM. Kilted Patrick.
I just happen to be wearing a kimono today.
It's a lazy day for everybody.
I couldn't find my bear onesie.
It's a shame.
Yeah, face.
Oh, I did buy, so I did order myself a new set of bear ears off of Etsy.
Yeah.
They're kind of, they're very, very furry and much more appropriately sized to my head.
Yay.
So they should be arriving here around the 6th or so.
So, are you gifting your small bear ears to one of the Build-A-Bears that we've got?
No, I'll start with my own wall of ears.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The one pair of ears.
we were teasing him about, because he got his first pair of ears yesterday, and we were teasing him. Oh, well now you're gonna start getting addicted to ears, like you get addicted to dice.
Mm-hmm.
People get addicted to dice because you know your ears don't match your outfit, and then you need a new pair, and then you
Yep.
You see some cute ones on Instagram, and you're like, man, look, I can do a lot with those pair of ears.
All right. Sorry about all that. Now we can. All right, so, what the fuck? This
Yeah.
guy's
So-
fucking crazy.
Do you guys have any other outstanding questions you want to ask him before he starts just blubbering in madness?
I'm trying to. I can't. I'm having like shit thoughts right now. Like,
I mean, like,
So,
where can we go to
You could
find
ask about the fish people.
more of your people?
okay.
You could ask about the eviscerations.
Yeah, where
Oh,
are
the
prostitutes
kidnappings.
going?
I would say, like, my first question would be, like, where can we find more of your people?
I
Because
wanna
if he
know-
goes, like, crazy as we're asking questions, then we at least know where to find more people.
I want to know where the
He
prostitutes
repeats
are
the part
going.
about the cave under the cave and the wave under the waves.
Can you give us a longitude and latitude on
Nobody doesn't give you anything more than that.
What were the
Okay.
fish people called again? I don't think I wrote that down.
the falcon?
Are
Yep.
all the prostitutes down there too?
Falcon. I did write that.
Mm,
So it's Fal.
Falcon.
And I thought that was quite creative.
Well, tell us what you know about the Falcon.
Mm.
Their sacrifices to the Lord.
Right. You're all right.
Why were they attacking us if they were sacrificing?
Once he takes over their mind, they're controlled by the priests.
So they're the missing prostitutes are being turned into falcons?
Those who survive.
Mm. I see. What about the eviscerations?
That one. She escaped.
How
We
did
couldn't
that-
control her.
Wait, what's the evisceration?
Is she a falcon as well? The people being ripped apart.
Oh,
Remember, there's some bloody murders, but there's more disappearances.
No. Yeah. Did she turn into a falcon or something else?
who's she?
Just when we're like, what about the eviscerations? When I was like, she escaped, we couldn't control her. So I'm like, did she turn into a falcon or did she turn into someone else? Because I remember when we were looking at their footsteps, they were reptilian in nature.
No,
Pretty sure they
they
were.
were booted.
Oh, well, they were booted, which still is maybe something different now.
Right.
Valid question still stands.
The ritual failed. Something else changed within her.
No, we did say something about reptilian claws leaving
Yeah,
the
but I was like,
scene on the
blueprints
last
going
one.
up and reptilian claws going away.
Oh,
It's okay.
Yeah, well, we didn't.
Good thing.
Okay,
So
so
she like turned into something else. But can you say what she turned into? Or just psychobabble.
Kind of psychobabble.
Sadness.
From what you've seen of the fish creatures, these are already some kind of mutation, an abnormal thing.
mm-hmm.
And so a failed ritual, you're all spellcasters, a failed ritual very likely could come up with something even more abominish. So, does it have a name? Fuck if we know.
We would totally named it had it not ran away.
Right.
Yeah. Forward. That's good to know.
All right.
So they're connected, but
What else do we need to know?
Where is your temple? Where do you, or
how many more of their
statue, or where do you practice?
He returns to babbling about the cave under the cave.
Motherfucker.
Well, how many more of you guys are there?
We are legion.
That's the answer I was expecting. So anything more than that, I'll be pretty satisfied.
Dozens, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands.
I like the legion better.
Yeah. It's a much cooler answer, but you can tell that she really doesn't know.
Yeah.
All right.
At this point, it dawns on you that his descent into madness is not natural. Something inside of him is twisting his brain.
Yup, you about to do it.
Goodbye.
So
We could put him out of his misery and kill him quicker.
I could bring him back.
I'm bringing him back. A zombie, and then talk to him.
Gross.
He's not bad anymore.
I don't want this guy.
City God, I love you.
But he is slowly not so slowly really. He's descending into madness, and he's starting to be the slobbering lunatic. His words deteriorate to where you can barely understand his mumblings. Where an hour ago he was just paranoid.
Yeah.
Now he's
Certified leads.
right.
I would look at the lieutenant and just be like, so how would you like to proceed? Because it appears he's going to die either way.
We'll see what the healers can do for him.
I'm not really good feeling.
Oh, you just kill him, have him,
Walk
bring
out.
him back as a person we know of love you.
He's just a delayed action healer. Check.
I actually do have a heal spell. Would it be worth it to use it?
Probably not. This is more than just bodily injury.
Yeah, I don't think that we can just kill him and then bring him back. So I don't really think it would do us any good if we bring him back. His brain will probably still be mush.
Yeah, I was joking. That was...
No, that's what somebody said in the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Who's just saying, you little naysayer?
It's very likely.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And even if you,
When I say that.
Well, whoever is twisting his brain can be marked out on the host's taxes as a dependent. I'm just gonna say I really appreciate the follow, and I do really appreciate all of your jokes that you have been popping in on the stream. Hi, I'm Molly Mayhem, and thanks for coming and hanging out with us, because you've been pretty rad.
Do it more often, because this has been great.
Yeah, I think this is the first time. I think this is the first time this person has tuned in on our stream, because I've never seen their name in here before. And they did a follow earlier, and then Theos just gifted them a sub as well, so now they have a subscription to my channel. So super awesome. So I'm glad you guys are here. Fuck yeah. So I guess let's just walk the fuck away, because I don't know what else to do. Let the bitch die.
At this point, you're going to leave Kale to Lieutenant Brannion. He'll do what he can for him. You can see resignation on Brannion. This was one of his men.
Yeah.
And maybe he was a good man at one point in time. Maybe. But now he's kind of aided and abetted other criminals.
Yeah.
And so there's both that sorrow for a fallen comrade who turned into a complete dick.
Yeah, but you can't just let him
How many
go.
more police officers might be?
Well, we kind of have to figure out if these people are choosing to be part of the cult.
One
need to figure it
thing
out.
he did say is that some of the followers of Tempest Lord have converted over to following this Kalamatri.
Yeah. So Lord Tempest is the good one.
No, he's evil.
Lord Tempest is a known deity,
Yeah.
a small and local one. He is kind of a dick, and he likes smashing ships and so forth. And sailors mostly worship him to attempt to appease him and to make sure that it's not their ship that gets smashed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of worshippers he gets.
Yeah.
Now, this other person, Kalamatri,
We don't know much about him.
right. You know
That's
what-
what
Where's the
the
location
neck,
of
the pendant thing, the medallion, and the colors associate with.
That's
The
what
tattoo was a different thing.
Right. So the tattoo references people who are following Tempest Lord, who apparently have converted to
Yeah.
following Kalamatri.
Got it.
I think we should go to the Tempest Lord Temple next.
Yeah.
There is one known shrine to the Tempest Lord, but like I mentioned, usually his major worship is done in secret because oftentimes it's, well, you don't want me to smash a ship? Pick somebody else and put their name on the list.
Yeah.
So it's kind of some dark shit. Not really, really dark shit, but
I
not
also
the best.
thought we go to the temple
Maybe.
because they might know where the cave and the waves are. You know, they might have some idea what the heck that gibberish means.
Can you give me some wine from the books?
All right. No, you guys are still a little battered and bruised from the night's events.
I mean, if I get time to go take a nap,
Oh my god.
a long rest because
Yes.
everyone's beat the fuck up.
This religion is evil. I don't care how many bake sales they have. I won't turn down the cookies though.
Literally me.
Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
Come
He's
sit
like,
with us.
"Yo,
Yeah, he's just
Scientologist,
throwing
so-"
jokes on jokes on jokes. I'm digging it.
That's great.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
It's kind of like the Girl Scouts. I don't know if I support their organization, but I sure like their cookies.
So yeah, I had a really hard time picking out an outfit at Build-A-Bear because I really wanted a onesie, and there was only like 2 or 3 onesies total in the whole store. And this is actually a Girl Scout cookie onesie.
I was wondering when I saw the samosa-looking things.
Yeah, and
Oh, there's
But
the
it just-
trefoils.
it says Smart Cookie, and I was like, well, I think Smart Cookie is cute, and it's actually a really cute thing. They kind of look like donuts at first, so that's why I picked it up. And then I realized it was cookies, and I was like, well, I like cookies also, but I didn't want anything that specifically said like Girl Scout on it, because there was some Girl Scout specific stuff. But I was having a really hard time picking out clothes. Like, there was a lot of things I didn't like, so I did end up getting this one. But
I one time made some.
that's why her name
was
is
it-
Vanilla. It's like
Yeah.
a vanilla cookie.
Is it brownies or the like younger version of Girl Scouts?
No.
Oh, I can
There-
really smell
So
it
you
in
have
her neck
daisies,
now.
brownies, we have juniors and seniors, I think, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
So,
maybe that's
but the
In the neck.
That's-
You smell it?
it.
Yeah.
It's
But
nice though.
the
You can smell it now. It's the
there was
birthday
a group
cake one.
of brownies out front of my local grocery store selling off the Girl Scout cookies.
I like Thin Mints.
And as I walked into the store, a couple of young ones asked me, would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies? And without thinking, I just out loud said, are they made out of real Girl Scouts?
Amazing.
So,
But these two, they were
What's your
really
cookie
young
smell?
ones,
yeah.
and they started crying.
Oh
The moms behind the table, you could see the war in their face
no. Yeah, 'cause it's
between
funny. Like,
between my girl is crying. That was fucking funny.
I didn't have
I
enough
believe
money to get multiple outfits yesterday. This is my first Build-A-Bear ever. Her name is Vanilla because I got her the cookie outfit and I put birthday cake smell in the back of her head. So yeah, so this is Vanilla and her's real cute. It was my first one, so she'll get more outfits later.
Which the greens? Yeah.
So-
greens and then the first tab, second tab.
What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
My favorite Girl Scout cookie is the peanut butter patties.
Mine is the lemonades, but you can't get them here.
Oh, we got lemon ones, some really strong lemon ones this last year.
Where?
Right
They
here.
still are there. They have like I think they had us. I was a Girl Scout for like 13 years, which is
Well,
why
there's
my
two
God, you're
different
right.
bakeries that the Girl Scouts get.
yeah, Little Brownie and ABC Bakery. So Little
'Cause we
Brownie
sold
is
lemonades
down
when I was in Girl Scouts.
and it was so Nebraska has always had Little Brownie. Colorado also had Little Brownie up until about 7 to 10 years ago, and then we switched over to ABC. So now we don't have those.
Yeah.
But if you want lemonades, let me know because I have a lady in Florida that I know who sells them. In Florida, it's ABC.
So
My
I got
mom-
multiple boxes of the lemonades this last time.
They're my favorite.
Mhm.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is kind of between the lemonades and the samosas.
Okay, and mine's Thin Mints.
Oh, they're vegan now, by the way.
Oh, really?
That's
Interesting.
good. Vegan Thin Mints are really good.
Our viewers were asking me, so I figured we'd talk about
So
cookies. So
if Siobhan wants a Thin Mint, they vegan now.
Okay. All right. So you guys got to take a nap, or do your daily
Let's
rest.
do a long rest.
yeah, oh, we definitely should probably do it.
So you'll sleep your way through the day after the excitement
Oh,
of the
that's-
night, the morning,
Yeah.
and then get going again in the evening.
Yeah, I'm going to read my research book.
Or do you have a goal? If you have a goal, it's much easier for me to say what you accomplished.
I want to learn rituals and other information about necromancy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm also gonna, does it look like we'll be staying in town for a bit?
Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna go to a temple, do I have my own room at the temple?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna set
It's
up,
not your official room. It is a guest room that has been set aside for you to use while you're here.
I'm gonna set up a tiny little shrine to there, so I can do my daily prayers.
There's actually already one there because you're in the.
You're in the horde as
They
well.
expect this. So there's a statue, and you can add your own touches to it.
And I will add my own touches to it, like
Okay.
actually touching it. Yeah. Anyways,
Give it a good look.
and then,
That would be appropriate worship for a
For
illustrator.
Calistria. Oh yeah.
but I'm
It's only
gonna
half a joke.
let
What, your Hitachi? What?
I'm across the statue.
I'm gonna light some incense, put like my skull there, and make it more functional.
Yeah.
And do my daily prayers, and then I'm going to read my research book.
DM brings out 20 plus kaiju figs onto the board. This is a level 1 encounter, I assure you.
Uh-huh. Level 1 encounter, just don't piss them off. They're all drunk and sleeping. Don't touch them, you'll be okay.
Can I? Okay.
like the scene from our first new group.
Not one on stealth.
yeah.
If I have a lot of downtime, can I go like earn money?
You don't have a lot of downtime. You have only really time to rest, is what we were talking about.
Yeah, we just need a nap and get up and then go whore around.
And 5 minutes
I'll probably leave after we wake up.
doing the
You can go on your whole side quest.
doing the worship and then another like 10 minutes doing research books. Not that much, but
Right. So
Well,
your
I'm sorry
Your
to hear that,
skeleton
Bryce.
manages to make it his way to you. Apparently, the only
I would say,
hallowed ground
unfortunately,
that you
most of
can
the time you
cross
kind of have to read the
is
stuff
ground
on your
that's
own,
to Calistria.
depending on what you're intending
Anybody
to do. Like, if
else's
you're wanting
is
to be a
pretty much bars his
DM,
entry.
just read it on your own and then give them the rules as you go along. If you're wanting to play as a player, learn as you go along.
Well, if you say like stuff like podcasts like NetPod, which is not only D&D podcasts, and like even
Well, he said,
the Matt Mercer one is a really good way to learn the basic rules.
he said that he bought a starter set, but no one could pay attention long enough to get through the instructions.
yeah, go on a YouTube video if you want to play D&D 5e, look up Don't Stop Thinking, and they have like a full character creation guide, and they explain the rules in very simple terms, and they use visuals, and it's really great.
So if you want to learn to do that, there's other ways to learn besides just like reading the materials. It just really is based on how you learn, how you best learn.
Yeah.
If it's canonically, you might have to go find some friends, and then sorry for you. But You know, any other way.
Yeah.
Any other way, then you should be good.
Okay. So, Caladan, your recently empowered undead servant, you could sense that he is just outside the temple, waiting for you, and he needs you to guide him in, and not run afoul of the other priests and priestesses of Callistria.
This might be where I
Skelly.
dip out real quick. though.
Skelly Boy has a name now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pop my sleeves on and give you all a hug. You guys can watch all the streams. I don't really care. I'm just leaving to go home after a long weekend of having a ton of fun with these amazing, really cool people that I love so much, and I can't wait till I come back.
All right.
Love you,
Bye.
triple boy.
Have fun.
Amazing. I love
Yeah,
you so
Bryce,
much.
if you're ever looking for more information, don't hesitate to shoot me a message or so. We're always here to help, as well as, you know, if you just tune in while watching us, like, there's always potential that you can learn while watching us. So, you know, just hang out. Our DM has been playing for a while and already knows a lot of the stuff. So,
Love you.
Love
Thanks
you.
for coming out. I'm so happy to see you. I can't wait till next time. I love you so much.
I'm so glad that you came.
Because I miss you when you're gone.
Can't wait till the end of COVID and we can do these things on a larger
We're
scale.
gonna
I
throw a
know.
fucking banger when everyone gets the vaccine.
also new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
that's also
I'm debating on swapping, and I'll sit over there, and that'll capture all three of us.
Smart.
So it'll just
Works.
be us. Oh,
I'll move my fries.
you're nasty ass fries.
Yeah, papers.
Bye, love you. Get home safe. Okay. Are you done with the chips, sir?
Yes.
Winter, can we put the chippies away?
I don't think you can hear it from here.
Chippies. Chippies.
Sorry, I could not hear you.
I just said need more Red Bull.
Ah. Computer, add Red Bull to grocery list.
Coconut kind of mix it with like strawberry, and then you have coconut strawberry, and instead of strawberry afterwards. All right, so I'm trying to sneak Paladin into my. I feel bad now that he has like a personality.
All right.
There we go.
So Caradan is outside, hiding in the shadows.
Yeah.
It is midday.
Do I need to sneak him in?
What you're doing is very odd.
Uh-huh.
So how the other priests and priestesses would react, you have no idea.
I don't know. I kind of want to say just go for it, you know, and the stigma against necromancers.
Yeah, good luck with that. There's an entire country on this continent that's been overrun by lich lords of necromantic creatures, and he's one of the big baddies of the times. So
Is he
The
hot?
no, he's dead and lacking flesh.
Oh, this last one was really good. Computer, add Starbucks IV to car.
I couldn't find the list called Tom.
Computer,
No.
cancel.
No, thank you. Thank you, but no, thank you. I don't, Mind Flayer, I don't know if you actually heard that, but the system that they used here is called that word that I'm not going to say out loud again because she will respond again. So, yeah, if you heard, she responded. Have a good night, Theos. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, Theos. Okay.
All right.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
so I'm not gonna just send him in. I need to dress him up, with something.
Yeah,
Prob-
prestidigitation or prestidigitation?
Oh, I do have my disguise kit.
You could probably
And then
make a quick disguise to sneak him in. Probably your best bet is to buy like a some chainmail and so forth to patch up his armor, and maybe a new set of boots to where his skeletal toes sticking out.
Yeah, I will do that.
So he's now covered, and it just really depends upon if anybody looks too closely. Other than that, he just looks like a warrior in kind of
Okay.
gothic armor.
I'm going to grab my.
Thanks, Theos. I appreciate that. I'm alright.
I'm gonna use my disguise Skelly Boy spell.
Going to use it.
Yeah.
You have a disguise spell?
She has a specific spell that she can cast once a day that disguises him as a normal human fighter,
Oh, cool.
but it only lasts 1 hour.
Gotcha.
Did we already take our long rest though?
No, you're about
Nope,
to.
you're about to.
Okay, then I will take him inside.
Okay.
And then while we're inside, also figure out some more things to cover him up and make him look decent and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Give him a plague doctor mask.
I will tell. Oh, you forgot to make me write my rules.
Yes.
Okay. So rules for Skelly Boy. I get 3.
Oh, we'll start with 3 basic ones.
Okay. And they have to be like to the letter, right?
He will follow them to the letter.
Okay.
Any command that you give him, he will follow to the letter. But we want to have what are your standing orders?
Protect me at all costs. I'm not saying you should do that. That's
I'm
just
trying to
my
think-
first thought.
I need to think of phrasing.
Do you need some time to work that out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's
so
addictive.
you have you spend the night or spend the day getting a decent amount of rest, and then it's coming evening time by the point you guys wake back up.
Okay.
We met at the magic mirror. What is the magic mirror? Oh my god! I'm an idiot. I know exactly who you are. Yeah, that magic mirror. I remember. Yeah, that he said that your beard is making his knees weak.
It is a powerful beard.
Mind Flayer said, he will follow to the letter. What if I add more characters to the alphabet?
Good luck. That's it. Sounds very
Yeah, from the Ren Fair. Yeah, I remember now. Yep, I remember. So at the Renaissance Fair, they have a magic mirror that you do pictures in, and then it prints it out for you. And this guy was running it, and so we got our pictures there, and I gave him one of my cards because he complimented us on our outfits, and because we were dressed up as Nari and Tatiana. So he complimented us on our outfits, and so I had to give him my card so he could tune in and watch our stream.
Alright.
This is also addictive. What the fuck? I don't like these things. Nope, I don't like these things. This is terrible. No, because then I'm just gonna sit here and just be like this the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Won't focus.
Understood. All right. So you wake up and you find that Sephi is still napping. So it might not be the optimal time to go trying to chase down the Tempest Lord. But you've got more information about who's doing the eviscerations. It is a she. You got that it's a she, and it is doing some transforming when it goes to kill.
If it was, I quit.
Villery's already dead.
Okay.
You made sure of that.
She might have done Romeo and Juliet.
It'd be really hard with the all the fire and arrows and things that you guys put into her.
I think she's a shapeshifter.
Now, what else do you know about the person doing the eviscerations?
They're large.
That cause.
And clothing.
They're red. Big red cloak.
And what did you find out about the clothing?
Coat was sold to Orcish Lady. So we know it's the Orcish Lady. And there was a brothel token to the cave. And that's where we encountered the sailors. So she probably works or lives at the cave or has something to do. We should go back.
Beneath the cave is a cave underneath the tavern.
Probably.
Dun dun dun.
We're figuring it out!
Alright.
Slowly but surely, the mystery will be solved.
So
Thanks to those kids and their meddling dog.
So yeah. So based on the hints and so forth that you found, probably is this orcish female.
Yep.
That is doing the eviscerations. And that means very probably she is the escaped sacrifice transmutation that was taken and then got away after the ritual failed. So there is somebody, an orcish female, in the city that you need to find.
Yes.
She wears a red-brown coat. And, there's probably not, given all of that description, probably not going to be that hard to put out a lookout for.
We have other guilds to fight against. We can't really. We
Do
don't
we-
want to spread the word.
Well,
But with the watchman, maybe.
mhm.
But
'cause
Lieutenant's
now that we
probably
have-
off duty now. The captain got Lieutenant whatever.
He
Brandon.
just had to kill his best
Brandon.
buddy. I feel like he's probably at home
It
drinking
wasn't
right
his
now.
best buddy. It
Brandon.
was just one of his men.
One of his named characters.
He was a red shirt.
All right.
He was named after a vegetable. Come on. Actually, the character name came from a friend of mine's character who was named Kale,
Oh,
spelled like the vegetable, and that guy was kind of a jerk. So I needed a name on the spot, and so I named
Kale.
one jerk after another jerk.
It works.
That's fair.
Okay. So I'm gonna go chase down the orcish lady. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. She's mainly going after prostitutes, right?
Targets of opportunity. People out and about in the wee hours of the night.
Okay.
While the prostitutes are the ones who complained about it, that's because they have an organized guild.
Gotcha.
Well, and some of them were thieves
Mm-hmm.
and
Thieves and beggars.
So-
beggars. So just street people who are out really late at night.
So we should go out alone at night and just wander around.
Well, that's kind of what you were doing with the trying to do the prostitution sting.
But we weren't alone then because there were enough girls in the street.
Also, another piece of information you've learned. A lot of this centers around the sailors.
Yeah. I think we should go back to that one. We should go back to the cave.
You could go back to the cave, or the other point is, if she was a sailor before she was snatched, she might still be hanging out in that area, that
Mhm.
quarter of the town.
Yeah, I think we should head over to that general area because obviously it's got to be in that area.
That's where you've seen a lot of the action. And aside from the red light district, where there's, again, a lot of people out and about in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So, heading over there, most shops are winding up business for the day, and people are heading home or heading to their local tavern of choice to get some dinner. And so the streets are a little busy right now.
Only nefarious characters wander the streets at night. We are murder hobos, so we are not exactly blowing our cover.
Pretty much.
He also said the DM's beard does add +5 to cosmic authority to the campaign.
And when I need to contemplate things, I can stroke it properly.
Stroke it.
You had to go there, didn't you?
Stroking. That's a song.
Stroke it.
What's that? I'm not playing it on
I believe
stream.
Eddie Money is the. But I'm thinking all the way back to the 80s, so.
I'm thinking of like it's definitely a really old song, but I think it's kind of country-ish sounding. Stroking. I'm
Yeah,
not
not the one I can think of.
about to look that shit up.
So, you're over in the.
Clarence Carter.
Okay. That definitely sounds rather country. So, you've managed to get yourself over to the docks district. And it's business as usual. Ships being unloaded and cargo being loaded up so that people can sail with the morning tides, etc. Nothing particularly out of place that you spot. So you do have the opportunity to get a really good seafood dinner.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I like crab.
Yes, they're actually on the northern edge of the not warehouse district, of the docks district. There is a well-known seafood restaurant that pretty much everybody comes to partake of, even the nobles from the hill.
Did you ask for oysters?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking whore. You don't need an aphrodisiac. You're already a whore. What the fuck?
Okay, well, I was gonna
Search
See
for
who
people.
else is eating oysters.
Yeah,
and,
but I was
Take home the people that are eating the oysters.
gonna give an offering to my deity.
an offering of oysters.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just one. I was gonna eat the rest.
Just one. She can have one.
So you go into the establishment. There are notably multiple doors to the establishment. There's the more casual dining room where the common folk are eating. And there is the upper balcony area where the hoyt and the toit go to have their dinner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there.
Okay. So-
myself down here with the commoners.
Your guardsman, he just stands at the foot. Do you bring him with you, or do you have him, stand around?
I'm gonna stand around and have him watch, and I'm going to tell him to hold up 2 fingers if he sees an orc lady with a red coat, and like in the building or outside of the building. Just hold up 2 fingers.
Check.
Was that specific enough?
That is quite specific.
No, I think that's really specific. I think it's good.
All right, going upstairs.
Quietly hold up 2 fingers. Don't do anything else, but hold up the 2 fingers. And like you can wander around, but like
You
don't
can't say
talk to
anything
anybody,
anyway, it's
don't
fine.
eye contact. I have to be specific because he will.
Might murder somebody, it's fine. If he murders
Don't
You
murder
don't-
anybody. I feel like I'm the parent of a toddler.
Toddler with a broadsword.
I've got a hairdo.
So you go upstairs, and they look at you a little oddly because they're not too used to seeing people dressed in your style come upstairs to the place where the where the food costs 3 times as much. But
Oh, I've got mine.
your Adventurers Guild, and well,
I'm wearing robes of Calistria.
and you're adventurers.
Sorry, but
You're a priestess of one of the temples, And my take on Tatiana is she always wears quality clothes. They're just kind of slutty.
Yep. Very nice fabrics. Just minimal fabric.
Hmm. She's kept warm from the inside out. So you are seated, and while the meal is a touch expensive, it is some of the best seafood that you've had. And you do come from a town right on along the coast as well. So
Never caught my own seafood before, but wow, this is delicious. As much as I don't like water as a fiery creature.
I'm going to eat my
mm,
eat my seafood and set aside an oyster, and then I'm going to talk to the other hoity-toity people and ask them their thoughts on the current happenings with the lesser class.
okay, so you know that disturbing somebody else during their dinner is not good social manners.
Well, I am going to hint at it with my society skill that I don't have in my life.
Okay.
I'm gonna get like an nat one. It's one. Ah, actually, I did pretty well. I got a
Oh my god. You've got a lot of jokes, friend. They're not stopping. Like, they're just continuously coming in.
26. Good. 26
Wait, for what?
for my society skill.
No, I
So
don't have
trying to engage with other people
that. I don't have
about current
Current events.
current events.
that. Yeah, I'm just chilling. I have a good performance skill. Could do another performance about fish people.
You do actually manage to strike up a conversation with a portly gentleman and the young lady that he is dining with. Hot is subjective. That's up to you. They don't. He would definitely would not fit the Anadonis stereotype. He is a man of stature and clearly of wealth.
Okay.
He is out to dinner with his mistress.
And he's open about it. So that's the culture. Is he like open about it?
Pardon?
Well, I was asking if he was open about it. Like, is that the culture where people talk openly about their mistresses?
Among the upper class, having a mistress is no big thing.
A mistress is like another partner on the side of your wife.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Well, I just want
Now-
to see if mistresses were like a hidden thing or.
No. Kind of depends. Older, more established gentlemen, more likely to have a mistress is kind of open. Young men who are, just establishing themselves probably don't have the safety of their reputation yet.
Gotcha.
So he is perfectly fine. He doesn't call her his mistress, but his female companion, they're having a nice dinner, and apparently he is a bureaucrat working for the city. It's like the secretary to the minister for civic development. So, he's kind of up there in terms of the bureaucracy. And he's very much concerned about these recent sightings of the Falgan.
That is very concerning.
As one section, they managed to burn down an entire building.
That was
That was not you guys. You guys didn't burn down a building.
good.
You just came close. And the people are getting very concerned about this. Some of the other creatures that have been coming up out of the waters as well. The watch is on high alert, and they're even bringing in the guard from the walls to help patrol. Because, of course, the guard being more of a military aspect, they are, a little more prepared for this kind of thing. And he is thoroughly convinced that it is one of their rivals in the sea trading operations that is summoning up these creatures to try and disrupt trade and ruin the prosperous economic position of the capital.
Yes, that would be absolutely terrifying. Sounds exactly like what's happening.
Things that you learn out of this conversation from him is that that the Falgan appearances of them are not just limited to your experience with them. There have been other attacks, and they've been increasing in number in the last week or so.
We'll have to fight a god that's gonna come out from the sea.
The mistress, or his lovely female companion, who is either his daughter, niece, or fuck toy, I'm not entirely sure what. She appears to be quite well versed in what's going on in town, so she holds her own in the conversation as well. And is her theory is that the if this was actually a trade dispute or conflict, that this would be much more focused on centers of commerce and merchant warehouses, as opposed to what seems to be just a operation designed to incite terror in the populace. This is more of scare tactics, because they're happening in broad daylight where there's plenty of people around.
So they're getting attacked in broad daylight, whereas prostitutes and stuff are getting attacked at night?
Yes. The Falgan attacks are happening in populous places where basically they can come up, wreak havoc, and then retreat back to the water as quickly as possible. So it's been the docks district, the warehouse district, which is right off next to them, places where the inland canals that are used for the cargo barges to move cargo in from ships. These are the places where there have been attacks. There really haven't been any attacks towards the hill or even to the red light district, which is farther inland, doesn't have the canals as much.
Are the Falgan kidnapping people, or is it the orc lady that's kidnapping the people?
No, I think it's the worshippers. It's the
There have been no
worshippers of Lord Kari Matri that are doing it. The only reason why is because remember that we were just told that 3 people from the same group tried to kidnap someone while they were beating us up at the bar.
Okay.
So when we got attacked, there were 3 others that were trying to kidnap someone else. So they have to be the one doing the kidnapping.
So there's the worshippers, the Falgan, and then the orc lady.
Yeah.
And they're all separate from each other, but connected.
They're probably connected. We just don't know exactly how yet.
Okay.
Well, you've been told that the orc lady was a failed sacrifice transmutation.
Was she supposed to be a Falgan? Were they trying to turn her into a Falgan?
That information was not provided.
Okay.
Well, that's
It
the
does.
only thing
It was implied.
Okay.
That would be only semi-confusing, because it seems like she was the killer of, what was his name, Jeffrey or something?
Jeremy.
The guy that died because of a large person that took him into the parky area, and then he didn't come back out.
Well, maybe she's killing all the people who are in the cult. And she's going around killing people, in the cult that are turning people into Falgan. And they try to turn her into a Falgan. She didn't want to be one.
The people there's no reason to suggest that the people who have been eviscerated were cult members.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I stated, these pretty much seem murders of opportunity.
Gotcha. Okay. And then, so Orc Lady is going around in quiet areas, attacking people when she has the opportunity. Balagan are attacking people in more populous areas as more of a scare tactic?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Alright.
And then the blue robed goons are trying to kidnap people also in quiet times in the middle of the night. They're grabbing whoever they think is vulnerable.
Gotcha.
And the thing that we noticed about the most recent murder, the actual murder scene that we went to, there was missing organs, which was similar to the other murders. That there were boots that went into the scene, but then there was claws that left the scene, and there was a physio or magical feeding.
A what?
That's what I wrote. Magical feeding?
Yes, what was the word before that?
Physio? Maybe I meant physical? Definitely wrote, I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I don't know why I wrote that, but that's what I wrote.
So yes, there was a sense that there was whoever was doing this evisceration was feeding on the life essence of these people, not in a necromantic kind of way, but
magical.
yes, in a magical, spiritual kind of thing.
And then there was raw black gold that was on the thief, I guess, that was murdered. And it's a precious ore, and then that item went missing again.
Ah, yes.
So whoever killed them stole that, whatever significance that may or may not have. We don't really know.
So the thief stole the black gold ore.
Yeah.
This is a precious commodity. And then once it was stolen, they were killed and apparently stolen again from them.
Right. Yep. That's what I wrote down.
So what's the person going to do with stolen goods?
Sell them or use them.
So maybe contacting a fence or something, finding out if there's anybody out there trying to sell some black gold ore.
Okay.
Might be a lead to finding her. Or posing as somebody who's looking for.
Yeah. Just like, hey, I'm looking to purchase some black gold ore. Can you help me out?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to the people you're talking to. See if they know anything about black gold.
Yeah. So, do they offer up any other information about Paladin?
No, not really.
Then, do I know anything about black gold ore? With religion or society, or I have genealogy and legal lore as well.
I feel like it would be a crafting thing.
Crafting would let you know about it. Magical crafting is specifically used in the crafting of magical items.
Yeah.
There are some nobles who will wear black gold because, as you know, a status symbol. It's bloody damn expensive. So therefore, some people might want to have it as their status symbol as opposed to using it for its practical purposes.
So I wouldn't be able to use society to learn about it?
There's nothing more to learn.
Okay.
We're just trying to see who has some or knows where to get some. Or know anybody who's selling some, ultimately.
The most likely people to be buying it is going to be the Mages Guild. Because its primary use is in crafting of magic items. And Mages Guild is who does that.
Should we go check out Mages Guild then? Do we need to do anything else in this? We're at the cave?
You are not at the cave. You are at
We're at a
the
seafood restaurant near the cave.
Are you having problems focusing? Okay. Coffee, now. It's 2 minutes to 7.
You said you were going to have some at 6.
Well, I had some this morning, so I didn't know.
Oh.
But I took my wagons at like 8. But I tried to.
Is that late or early?
That's
That's
normal.
11, actually.
So,
You took it at 11. That's late then.
So your current options are go and see who's buying and selling black gold ore and see if that leads you to a gives you a lead on this person.
Okay.
Or
Hang out at the bar.
just scout for an orcish woman in a red coat and get people working on that.
Yeah.
Or go to the cave and see if you can recon what this cave under the cave is talking about.
I figure we're so close to the cave, we might as well just go. The black ore thing just now set in with me because I was rereading all my notes. So,
for the sake of having the rest of the party together, I would like you not go do the cave thing until you've got everybody else.
So let's go do the black ore thing.
Okay.
All of a sudden, I remembered there was this thing about the black ore, and we should go figure that out. Would anybody be at the Mages Guild this time of evening?
There are
Should we
people
just go
always
all
in
around?
residence, and because magic is kind of, there's certain magic to sunset, there's a magic to sunrise, there's a magic to the full moon. It's kind of like astrology. There's a time and place for everything.
Gotcha.
For everything, there's a season, turn, etc., etc. All right. So, arriving at the Mages Guild, it is a tower. It's very hard to miss. It is a tower whose physics don't quite make sense. This thing shouldn't be able to stand and, not get knocked over by the wind. The only thing that's taller than the Mage's Tower is actually
What? There's a magic to my mood after coffee. It also said, I didn't steal, I indefinitely borrowed. Unforeseen retribution, you might say. Unforeseen redistribution, you might say. Also said, or commandeer a ship and play Sea of Thieves within the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to commandeer anybody's ship just yet.
And for that, you probably want to have Tulia on your side anyways.
Yeah, Tulia, come back.
Tulia, we got a ship. You want a ship? We don't know what to do, hell to do with it.
Maybe it'll be a ship with Tulia already on it. Be like, Tulia, do you need assistance?
Tulia, why are you in the brig?
Here, let us know. Tulia calls for assistance with her bracelet, and we all come running.
So the only building that's taller than the Mages Guild is the Royal Palace, and that's only because it sits on top of the hill. It's not technically taller than; it just sits higher.
Yeah.
So its spire is, 10, 20 feet taller than the top of the Mage's Tower.
How does this help people focus? This is distracting.
ADHD brains, I do not understand.
Well, me neither.
Why fidgets help ADHD people focus? We don't get it.
Because it gives us an outlet for extra energy.
Okay.
And ADHD, you know how people can't focus on or most people can only focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And multitasking just means switching between things really quickly.
Yep, that's actually the way the brain works.
Well, with ADHD, we don't when we're switching focus, we do it so quicker than normal people, and I think it's we don't notice when we're not focusing. From my
I do. I totally. I'm not focused on the task at hand at all. I'm just fucking with shit in my hand.
Well, most of the time I can't do things without music, but when my meds kick in, I can't play music while I'm trying to focus.
And that's why I usually do.
So back to the point.
This kind of music.
When you get to the Mages Guild, like many places, there is a reception area.
Okay.
This is where, off to the side, there's the shop where the mages sell various goods.
Okay.
And there's a front reception desk, say, if you've got appointment with the Mages Guild or, you are there to put in a request or something like that, it's the entry point. So are you going to go into the shop, or are you going to go to their business desk?
I'd probably go to the shop and just ask if they have made any black ore purchases recently, or know of anyone who might be selling.
Okay. So the journeyman that you run into, who's in charge of running the shop, rather surly and self-important little prick.
That's a weird noise.
What?
Is that the coffee machine?
Yes.
Thing? Oh, it's like, very nice. No, thank you. I don't do caffeine.
So he's a rather pretentious little prick,
Okay.
and he thinks he's made journeyman, so that means everybody else should be bowing down to him or some such.
What does journeyman mean? Someone that goes on journeys?
Originally, yes.
Okay.
In the apprentice system, you have that bottom level apprentice who's there to start learning.
Okay.
A journeyman is someone who's learned enough that it's time for him to start practicing his trade.
Okay.
And then you have a master who's truly mastered the skills of that trade.
Okay.
So sometimes a journeyman blacksmith would learn from his master, and then go out into the world to try to make his own way.
Okay.
And learn from other masters, or
Makes sense.
set up his own shop someplace. So, but in this, it's more of a collegiate kind of environment. He's managed to make it to where he's in a position to teach and oversee apprentices, but he's not earned mastery of his art.
Okay. So he's like an assistant manager.
Yeah, pretty much. Clearly not a store manager.
Yeah.
And sure the fuck not regional district.
Got it. Okay.
So he's a little pretentious, and those kind of purchases are not handled in this store. How many times do I have to tell you people that? We don't deal directly in those kind of reagents. If you need to do that, you talk to the exchequer. Exchequer.
Exchequer.
It's the quartermaster.
Okay.
An exchequer is somebody in charge of basically the bank accounts. He's the accountant.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you think you people are. I'm just asking a question, and you don't have to be rude about it.
Well,
And I walk away. I don't even give him
Okay.
a chance to respond. I just walk off.
hey,
Fucking asshole.
you out pretentious him.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking asshole.
So
Intimidating Blair.
but he has made you known that the person who would handle such a transaction would be the quartermaster.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
And did you catch the other thing he said?
What did he say? Something about
I don't know why I have to keep telling you guys this, so multiple people have asked.
yeah. That part, yeah.
Okay.
Multiple people have asked. And then you said something about what, banking something? Not banking. There was
The
another-
quartermaster.
I thought okay.
I mentioned the exchequer, but that would be the wrong title.
Okay.
So quartermaster
From
would be
now
the one
on,
who's in charge of supplies and so forth.
Okay.
from now on, I'm calling bankers quartermasters.
Shut up, Vivian. You fucking tourist.
No, you.
No, you.
All the love. All right.
And yes, for sure. I don't want to.
Sorry.
So
So quartermaster we go. Where is he at?
you probably best way to find him would be go to the reception desk.
Okay. I'll go to the reception desk. Hello, I am looking for the quartermaster as I am attempting to see if I can locate some black ore. Black
Black
gold
gold.
ore.
Well, that's rather surprising. It's not often we get multiple requests for that in a day.
go asking for it like today. What? So okay, never mind.
She uses she casts some kind of incantation, which looks like just a message spell, and a little butterfly zips away, probably carrying your message to the appropriate office. They'll be with you shortly. Black gold is rather rare, you know. And about 5 minutes later, a stick-thin woman comes down from one of the corridors. And you were inquiring about black gold? And yes, this way. And she shows you to a side conference room off the main line. Let's see. How may I be of help to you?
Well, as you see, we are with the Adventurers Guild, and we're here of an assistance for many things that have been happening in your town lately, and we'd like to get to the bottom of it. So we believe that someone may have acquired some black gold ore, which is very precious, and may potentially be selling currently, and we would like to know if there have been any purchases recently for this guild, or know of anyone who is currently attempting to sell. I've also heard that there have been many other people inquiring within the past day or so, and I'm curious as to what type of people you may have come across that were inquiring.
Well, we did have a young man from one of the city's guilds. There's something odd to the way she's not naming the city's guild. Which guild? That was inquiring if there had been any purchases, or if we'd made any purchases of black gold similar to your inquiry. But other than that, there was what? 2 days ago that I actually did purchase some black gold ore, an entire sack of it, off of a little goblin fellow.
Is Black still with us?
Yes, Black is with you.
It wasn't him, was it?
Incoming racist comment.
They all look the same.
Oh, looky like Sam.
Black. Was that? Did you Black?
Not me, mistress. Yep.
Better not have been.
I can say you've definitely dressed differently. This one is wearing a silk shirt. Now, you don't often see a goblin in a silk shirt.
Interesting.
As a very small voice, you say, well, silk's actually pretty good because it's not that flammable. But the tight weave of silk makes it a little harder to get caught. Started to burn, but once it's burning, it burns pretty well. So a goblin in a silk shirt apparently brought in a sack of black gold ore, which the Mages Guild did purchase, and the information was also related to another one of the city's guilds.
Is she talking about the holes, or did she just?
Oh no, the Whoremasters Guild is a proper guild.
Oh.
What does the city have that's not a proper guild?
Thieves Guild.
That employs young men to run as errand boys, etc.
So someone from the Thieves Guild came looking for it, because obviously they lost it because it was a thief that had it on them. Got it. Cool. All right.
And getting the description of the young man, Peter, the one that Nari ran into.
Of course it was.
Well, he is old Tom's errand boy. So, the Thieves Guild has the information that a goblin in a silk shirt, holds up.
Do they know about the goblin, or they sense the goblin?
The Thieves Guild has the information that a goblin sold the black gold ore to the Mages Guild.
So clearly, the orcish lady has a goblin friend. What was there a specific color of the silk shirt or any of the other dressings on the goblin or any noticeable tattoos or medallions?
No markings or such things. Because of the cost of the transaction, I did have to, first verify the quality of the ore and then arrange for payment. And so we're expecting him back this evening to collect the money for it and do the proper exchange.
Fabulous. We'll just wait here then.
Oh, I can't have you doing that. I'm sorry.
Well, if I mentioned before, we are with the Adventurers Guild, and
We do a lot of work with the Adventurers Guild, but I am not at liberty to create the introduction between the two of you.
Oh, don't worry, that won't be necessary.
She's pointing out that you guys can't hang in the room, and she definitely wants to get her hands on this black gold, so she doesn't want you interfering in the transaction. But being outside after he goes in.
No, not a problem. We are definitely not here to interfere by any means. I'll let you finish with your transaction, and then we'll meet our friend.
Oh, very good. Though the other guild may be looking to have conversation with him as well, so I'll let you guys settle that matter.
Hopefully they don't arrive anytime soon.
Can we just visit the Thieves Guild?
No, fuck them. Fuck. Why would we need to do that?
You may not have time because, and you don't know how to get there.
Yeah, Nari's over there. Nari's handling it. It's fine. We're just gonna hang out and wait for Homeboy to show up.
So,
Or stand outside, smoking a cigar or pipe or something, I have one of those because I did that as a whore.
yes, I remember.
I'm gonna go to my deity.
Okay.
Wait, we were supposed to follow the dead beetle. Did that go anywhere?
That's the tattoo
Yeah,
on the guy's body.
The tattoo. So the beetle points to the tattoo.
Oh.
The tattoo points to the Storm Lord.
Lord.
Gotcha. Got it. I'm all caught up.
Drink your coffee.
Chug, 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 chug. You take a shot like a grown-ass man. Good job.
I've seen some grown-ass men who can't do that shit.
Yeah, right? I cannot.
Vanilla in it, so. And creamer.
Okay.
I mean, it's coffee. It's a little different.
Yeah, it was
It's
not looking
alcohol.
quite like a shot of espresso. So you guys go outside, and you see, you spend an hour or two waiting, and then there is.
Don't know how to get there. I cast Google Maps. Ha! Amazing. Thank you.
Wait, we have the broom.
What?
It finds things. The broom finds things. If we can visualize it in our mind.
If you've seen it before, I can visualize it.
Okay, what are we trying to find?
You're not trying to find anything.
No, we're just waiting for the goblin to show up.
Okay.
Because then we're gonna kidnap the goblin and be like, "What do you know?"
Yeah, I feel like we should be nice.
So
We could probably ask anybody about the goblin because the way they were looking at Thwack when he first came into town seems like they would know about goblins.
Well, the goblin is supposed to show back up exactly where we are
Yeah.
to get his money for the black gold ore. So we're gonna hang out, chilling outside, just smoking, acting like we're normal people. Maybe not standing right outside the door, but standing like at the building over to the other side, so we're not looking conspicuous and just kind of like chilling. And we're just looking for the next goblin that walks in and out those doors.
How much time do we have?
it's going to be a couple of hours.
Okay. I'm going to. What is around the area? Because I want to stay in the area, but what's around the area?
The primary thing in the area is the Mages Guild. There are a number of shops and buildings that supply the Mages Guild. This major square is it's the towers at the very center of it, the main doors, and the large courtyard out front, and then there's all sorts of minor magical shops and alchemists and all sorts of people who interact. There is also a temple to one of the gods of learning and magic right across the square from the.
Can I go around and look at the shops and see if there's anything interesting?
Well, these are magical shops. I could probably buy magical armor.
Very possibly. One of the shops, very notably, is an arms shop. Now, specifically, you can tell it's an arms shop because the banging of metal and so forth. So that might not be the kind of armor for you.
Should I grab anything for Caradan?
Caradan's armor is pretty good. Maybe grabbing him a new chainmail shirt to underlay so that it covers some of the joints that are, you've had to wrap with cloth and things like that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Maybe ordering a faceplate for his helm so that it covers that. Because it's going to be custom made, and he's not taking his helmet off to show it to the guy. The guy treats it. We do not take off our helmets in public. It is the way.
Amazing.
Okay.
So he just kind of shakes his head. You're a priestess of Callistria. You people are weird. Check.
Mm-hmm.
So he does take the order and says, I can't guarantee the perfect fit without, having the helmet. Or I can just get you an entirely different helmet that suits your needs. As far as you know, there's nothing special about this helm.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I just want it to go over his head.
Proper face protection is important in battle.
It is, yeah. He has jaw issues, and we're just trying to find a good solution for him. And we just need a faceplate, and we're on a low budget, and we don't have time.
Don't say low budget to him.
We are just trying to find the right.
This is your society skills saying you wouldn't have said that.
Okay. Yeah.
Derp.
He is, this is a magical armor shop.
Yeah.
So you're looking at expensive.
Do they have any disguise helms?
Not so much a helm, but there are other magical items that you can find. Helm, something of disguise it's either a vanity magic or
Dear God.
a slightly nefarious uses.
Phenomenal.
What?
I just want a stylish helmet with great Wi-Fi reception, 5G at least. Window shop the apothecary for those special herbs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave the armor shop because they're kind of boring. But I want to go look at the other shops.
Okay. Just about any form of magic item you can imagine is probably bought here. I mean, some of the weirder stuff, it might take some time looking, and you might have to commission it.
Yeah.
But the Mages Guild is pretty. Yes.
Okay, I want to say that one. I'll have to think about that. But do you have anything off the top of your head that they would have?
Anything necromantic is probably going to have to be black market.
That's fair.
So items items of protection to protect you from fire or water or electricity, those kind of things are available. So
is there anything that could raise my constitution as a ring or something?
Usually those kinds of things are like belts. They're more body pieces.
Do they have any of those?
Let's see. Not many. You are pointed back towards the main shop at the Mages Guild.
Right, I'm not gonna worry about that too much then.
Here, we have a special on this amulet of summon self.
Wherein you just can't really know who you are.
Do they have any scrolls?
Pretty much, yes.
Alright. I should have like came with a list of what I wanted to buy. I thought it was gonna be like a video game and I just have a whole list of things. And it's not like that.
It never works like that. Get out.
I didn't think about that, sorry.
So it's more of the what category you want to do. So yes, a belt to improve your magically improve your constitution. Yep, that exists.
Okay.
I'd be looking for basically some kind of item that's magical that can boost my AC.
Yeah.
That's what I
one of
need.
those two, either that or Constitution.
You can wear armor. That's the difference, right?
I
you're
can, but I'm
trained.
trained in unarmored, and I don't think I'm trained in regular armor, but I can still wear armor.
Oh, I'm trained in unarmored as well.
Mhm.
So
as a priest, I believe you just started out as a basic priest class. You should be trained in at the very least light armor.
Okay.
We'll just have to look that up in the book, but that should be the case.
Yeah.
yeah, I got some money to spend, so like
Yeah, if
there's something I can get, that'd be cool.
AC. I'm also gonna look and see what Constitution does because I know I wanted some or Strength.
Constitution primarily is your hit points
Yeah.
and your fortitude saving throw.
Oh, Fortitude. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Okay. Okay. I don't need Constitution much. I think there was a spell that I had that used my Constitution though. But,
With necromancy, it wouldn't be too big of a surprise.
Is it okay if I look online and look at like magic items?
Yes.
Okay.
Get yourself some ideas of what you're after.
Okay. Cursed item.
I'd have to do that with my phone.
Is there a store that sells cursed items?
Cursed items are either used.
Armor? Wait, is this regular armor or magical?
It should be magical.
Excuse me, I'll be back momentarily.
Okay. Mithril shirt, mist mail.
I think he's just gonna have to make something up for me.
You might want like a ring.
I have one.
I feel like I have 2 rings on.
Oh, these are expensive. I don't have enough money for even the cheapest.
How
ring.
expensive?
The first one is 250 gold points.
Oh shit, yeah, I don't have that.
We should make money. Like we should spend downtime getting a job. Which
That's
you
why I said we were
technically
gonna
can
go
do,
whore around.
Oh, like make money?
I mean, maybe if they actually fucking pay and we don't have to fire them because they're fucking giving us date rape drugs. Fucking GHB, motherfucker. Fuck that dickhole.
Yeah, I feel like we should. Yeah, we could do that.
So
I kind of.
I have the ruby necklace, which is the life flame aura and gives me a plus 4 points fire resistance, and then I have a pumpkin ring, which is plus 3 to armor against arrows and missiles specifically.
Mm-hmm. You're looking for something that's more just all over AC.
Yeah, something that will just boost my AC. So whether it's a necklace, a bracelet, a ring, just some kind of magical item that provides me with a little more armor, which I did pick up. My new feat was Diverting Vortex, but that only protects me from ranged attacks.
Like the missiles, like
Exactly. So
we're poor.
Semi-poor. I mean, I will spend all of my gold points on this. Gold pieces.
Okay.
Plus, I have 144 copper, 73 silver, and 160 gold, and a platinum. I have a platinum. I don't know what that is, but I have a platinum.
10 gold.
Oh, okay. So I got some stuff.
Okay. So bracers of armor 1 cost 450 gold.
I don't have that.
Yes, but what do you have that you might trade in?
I don't think I have anything to trade in. Most of the things that I had, I sold already. I have 3 scrolls that have orc sigils and arcane runes on them, and I don't really know much about those. I have a moderate liquid frost, healing potion, 2 elixirs of life, 2 juggernaut potions, 2 more healing potions. I gave a shadow rune to Nari. I have snake eyes that are supposed to provide dark vision, which eventually I was actually going to see if I could do something with those because I only have low light vision.
Those eyes were specifically from the electric snake.
Mm-hmm.
That was a unique mutation that that Villery created.
Yeah.
They might be more valuable because of their uniqueness. So the Mages Guild might pay good money for something that they've not, seen before.
That's really about the only thing I have. I mean, I was going to just try to have them make that into something for me rather than get rid of it, but I need to make more money. I guess I don't need dark vision. We have a party member that has dark vision, and I don't necessarily need it. What I need is to bump up my AC so I'm not squishy.
Mm-hmm. What is your AC presently?
19.
Okay.
My Firefox has a higher AC than I do. Which I have some protection basically against ranged attacks, arrows and missiles and ranged attacks, which I don't know if that works for ranged magic, though. Because it didn't specifically say that, it just said ranged attacks, so.
Right. Well, while you're talking with the shopkeepers about wanting something to magically improve your armor, without having to don bulky stuff that you don't really know how to use, someone overhears this conversation, and a old man gives a psst towards an alleyway.
Hand on my ornate dagger while I walk my way over there. Yes?
I hear you're looking for magical goods that are usually quite beneficial to adventure types. Yeah.
Maybe, essentially.
Well, down this alleyway, I could show you to a shop that asks less questions and would be willing to serve some of your needs. Yeah.
All right, show me the way.
Okay. This guy.
And I try to eyeball Thwack and send a message with the bracelet.
Okay, if you try to send a message with a bracelet, it happens.
Okay.
You give them, it's like, what emotion are you projecting?
Watch my back. Keep an eye.
Okay. So Thwack goes with you, and Vivian's still shopping, but she gets the message, and I assume you just acknowledge.
I acknowledge and I send the question mark emotion. Question? And see if she would like some backup.
I think Festa and Thwack are good enough, but you'll know. I'll send another message of severe.
So it's very clear that the old street bloke is keeping his hands right where you can see them. He knows what he's about, and that,
I assume he's probably with the Thieves Guild and they're just trying to sell some shit they stole, so I'll take it.
And you've just found your way into the black market section of the magic shops.
Tap tap. I think Vivian needed to come with me. Tap tap.
Can I, like, does this have a GPS thing on it?
Yes, you know direction.
Fantastic. I will
So, as I
follow my way.
sense that Vivian may have needed something from this area, I call Vivian to meander her way this way.
So Vivian and Caladan come meandering down, and you find there's a shop. Now, we're making our wares available to you as a prospective member of our guild has vouched for you as good people. No names are being mentioned.
Sending tap tap thanks to Nari through the bracelet.
So you're led into the shop that doesn't even really look like a shop. There's nothing. It's just a doorway. And you come in, and the front room is just storage.
Okay.
But he guides you through to the back room where...
Oh no,
back room that has much more interesting items.
Cool.
Now, I must warn you, there are manners of magical alarms and so forth. We're here to do honest business, and so no shoplifting, please. Also, that rack over there is the heavily discounted items rack.
Cursed. That means they're cursed.
Yes, you are correct.
Oh, fuck.
While they may do exactly what they say they do, some of them have other effects that are less than beneficial.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check them out.
And
Of
others,
course you are.
we don't know what the effect is because, well, nobody wanted to try.
That's fair. I'm gonna go check them out.
I will warn you that most cursed items, if you try them on,
You gain the curse.
I'm
you put it on, you block it because it's not coming off again.
I am not going to touch anything. I am just going to. Yeah. I don't think I have that spell for her, so I might need to take some time to switch out. You said 10 minutes to switch out a spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I have a better spell that's kind of like Read Aura, except it. No, actually, I think Read Aura.
Doesn't she look like she has like a little towel on her head when she
Yes.
just got out of the shower?
So, the thing that brought me specifically here is this set of bracers.
Okay.
So there is a set of gold bracers, which is a very wide bracelet kind of thing.
Okay.
They are a gold metal.
Okay.
And they have a clasp on them, so you put them around your wrist and clasp them down. Now, what our guild appraisers have been able to decipher, is they have a strong protective magic to them. But there is also some kind of transformative magic in them as well. And
Transformative magic.
nobody was willing to try, and we really didn't feel like, kidnapping someone, putting them on them, see what happens, and then having to kill them to get them back off again.
That is not an issue for me.
Interesting. You just gonna put him on Skelly Boy?
No, I need to treat him well because he's getting awareness, and I don't want him to turn his back on us.
Transformative magic powers?
Mm-hmm.
That would mean that I can transform? Or it automatically makes me transform? Unsure. What do I roll for?
Oftentimes, the curses that are attached to magic items like this are well hidden. so they're very difficult to discern up front, especially if they are powerful protective magics. So I will just point out that a Bracers of Armor 3 gives you 3 more points of AC. That's a level 20 magic item that would normally sell for 60,000 gold pieces.
Holy shit.
Right. Now, also, why do you guys only have so little gold? Have I not been giving you more money?
We really haven't come across a lot. Like, we search most people, but like we haven't completed a lot of tasks. And
We have about 150 gold.
I have 160 gold, 73 silver, and 144 copper, and 1 platinum.
Do you have platinum? I don't think I have platinum.
No, nobody does. I got that. I only got the 1.
Now, Nari, of course, happens to have about 4 times what you guys have.
I know, because she takes all the fucking money, which is why I kept bitching at her for taking all the money.
Okay.
You can bill Nari. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we're broke, but we can earn income during our downtime, which we haven't been doing. I kind of want to either whore myself out or like use my priestly skills to like provide services to the temple for a small donation of 200 gold per hour. Just kidding. But I do want to earn income.
Basic income in addition to.
Yeah, but like not working retail.
Yeah.
But
Your skills are not particularly retail oriented.
Yeah, the only thing that I could also do currently would be whore myself out for money as well, because
you can do performance. You can like.
I can. You're right. I
You
can be a street performer.
You could perform. You could work in a brothel. You could teach magic. You're high enough level that you could, see if you can get a very low level position with a mages guild teaching about fire magic.
And this, because of my society skill, I can get you connections where you can teach, the rich kids.
Sure. Well, if we can't afford anything here that's worthy, then I guess we will just.
Well, so I was pointing out that price was for a normal set of +3 bracers.
Yeah, but these are cursed.
These are cursed.
And they were stolen. So
cheaper.
The question is how 100 gold. 100 gold. It's 150 gold.
So we're willing to make you a deal. We'll be willing to take payments on these, with the caveat that if you die, we get them back, and that you would pay these off. See, these particular ones are +2, so nowhere near as expensive as the +3s. And that you will their starting price that they're asking for these is 600 gold. And you will basically you're willingly undertaking to be the guinea pig for the transformative magic, to see what the hell's going on. And if you die, they get them back.
Hold on. I can prepare.
If you die immediately, we will refund your money to your next of kin.
If you.
Which would be Nari, technically, because that's who I
Right.
put as my person, yeah.
If you would like to wait 10 minutes, I can get a spell that predicts whether a force of action brings good fortune, and we can tell if the curse is going to be an okay one to deal with or not. What if you just sprout cat ears?
My favorite. Elf with ears. No, it might transform me into something other than an elf. That's a lot to make payments on.
I could take a 10-minute break, and 10-minute game time would be like 2 seconds for us, and switch out the
spell.
The spell if you'd like.
Go for myself for a few minutes.
Is that a yes?
Well, I don't want you to use that on me if you need to use it for you.
I don't. I just want an excuse to use spells.
Then fine. So,
Yay. Okay. So I am going to cast.
So we're just gonna browse the-
Augury.
I'm like-
yeah.
let me think on it for a few minutes while we continue to browse your shop and give her 10 minutes to prepare her spell.
Okay. He can show you a set of bracers of armor that have questionable provenance, where normally they would be 450. They're willing to sell that for only 300 gold.
Yeah. we're not
Don't you have any like gems or anything? Because I really think you guys ought to be carrying a lot more gold than what you're telling me, or I've really not been giving you enough treasure.
We really don't have that much. We have a lot of magic items. You've been giving us a lot of magic items.
But we've kept a lot of them. Like I have,
Because
I have
most
a
everything's
ruby
useful.
yeah, I have a
We
ruby
love that
necklace,
magic
a
items.
magic
We really
missile
love
wand, the pumpkin ring, the scrolls, different potions. Like I said, I mean, I have the 2 juggernaut potions, and I have a shadow ring. Well, no, I gave the shadow ring to Nari. I keep reading that one. I need to erase that off my list. And I have the snake eyes, which the snake eyes would really be the only thing that I could sell, that I'd be willing to sell. I mean, but there is that small part of me that wanted to make them into something for myself, with earrings or something, to where they were magical items that would give me dark vision by having them on me.
Probably more of a headband kind of thing, I'm thinking.
Okay.
So you'd be a 4 eyes.
All right.
I like the earrings better only because working at Spirit Halloween, they actually have big snake eye looking earrings.
Nice.
So that's why I was like, yeah, earrings. That was like the whole intention behind all of it, because we did that session while I was working for the Halloween store.
Okay. I am going to cast Augury on the item, the bracers. I think you had said.
Mm-hmm. The cursed bracers.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Which
Juggernaut
one?
muted gem.
What? Oh, hey Ricky, what's up? It's been a while since I talked to you. Last time I talked to you, you told, not told, you showed other people my nudes without permission.
Ooh, ick.
Yeah, we're not friends anymore, Ricky. I contacted you about this and you ignored me.
So the augury comes back that the transmutation could cause social difficulties.
Oh fuck.
Can I cast Read Aura on
Kinda
it?
make me feel like a
You're
fucking
prob-
goblin or something.
You're probably better off going with the non-cursed ones.
Yeah, fuck that. I do not want the cursed ones. No way. That's funny. Kid in black. He already has social issues.
This might make it worse or make it better. We don't know. But then there's the 300 gold ones, and well, so you're a little hard up on for cash, are you? For the purchases you'd like to make.
I definitely don't have that full amount, unfortunately.
Well, I can suggest various forms of employment for you.
I have a
He's
few in
not
mind as
giving
well.
you the dirty look.
Oh, no, he's giving me a dirty look?
He's not suggesting prostitution this time.
Well, that's cool.
You know, prostitution is kind of a business that you got to work your way up into to do anything more than subsistence level.
Yeah.
So he's
I don't want to join a Thieves Guild. I literally have a 1 in thievery.
You could work retail.
I'll just be a fucking street performer and a slut. I guess. Wait, okay. Well, I have a few ideas in mind, but I'm certainly listening to what yours might be.
well, the two of you have a certain set of skills that might be useful for cracking an egg, we've just not been able to do.
So you kind of you just take it in your hand and you just.
Not the quite the version we were aiming for.
Needs
To the giant eagle.
Escape from the giant eagle my father is looking for. Let's find the eagle.
He informed you that there is a certain merchant who, once again, has refused to pay protection money, but they've been unable to make him see the error of his ways. And so he was really wondering if you would be able to create some significant mayhem and havoc in his warehouse.
Do we have enough time to do that?
Probably would want to do it after
After we
you
get
nick the goblin boy,
It's fine.
but
As long as we are welcome back here, when we are prepared to purchase the items, we'll certainly be back.
excellent. We will discuss further details because he hasn't given you the who's and the wheres, but we will discuss those later. And while I know you are working with the watch on the matter of the disappearances, it goes without saying that our business and theirs don't always coincide, and I'm hoping you can be discreet, saying don't rat us and we don't give a fuck that you're working with them.
Yeah, totally. I absolutely agree to your statements, and we will not be of any issue to you. I just have
Excellent.
one final question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to know of any large orcish ladies that typically wear a red coat that may have been in this general area or purchased anything from you?
Now, put any one of those statements by themselves really wouldn't mean much, but a large orcish woman in a red-brown coat, that can only be Molly. I just pulled that out.
Fantastic.
Molly,
I!
Molly has on and off again worked on a couple of the merchant vessels and fancies herself rather fashionable in that coat she bought. She haven't seen much of her for quite some time. I assume she was laying low after some scam of hers going sideways. Never was one of the guild's best adherents.
So she is a member of the Thieves Guild, just not a very good one.
She's a member. She just sucks at her job.
Yes, and not in good standing, as she has not paid her dues in at least a month. So, if you see her, you might want to remind her that old Tom would like her to pay a visit.
Absolutely.
Hey, Mind Flayer. I just saw that you said try to find the Facebook page. What Facebook page is it that you are looking for? If it's my specific Facebook page, I can totally hook you up with that. If it's something else Facebook page-wise, let me know so I can give you the proper info. That's her ringtone. When Duchess calls me, it goes,
What's that?
now, motherfucker. Now, motherfucker.
You use that ringtone I created for you.
Yeah, that's her ringtone, but I can only use it as a ringtone. It won't let me do a text tone. Facebook group page for what? I don't know that we mentioned any Facebook group pages, so if I did, please remind me what it was that I mentioned so that I can direct you the right way.
Okay, so do we have time to earn income before waiting for the goblin?
I feel like we've wasted a good chunk of time doing all this.
No, you pretty much, you know that The goblin is due to arrive at the
Okay,
Mages
countdown.
Guild within the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, so we're gonna go hang out outside.
Yeah, I'll just spend time.
Oh, this is actually on my personal Facebook page. It's Molly McIntyre. And I will type it in the chat.
That Juggernaut Mutagen, was it lesser, moderate, greater?
Oh, I totally spelled it wrong. There's an MACI. Derp derp. It just says 2 Juggernaut. It says 5 temporary HP for 1 minute.
Okay, those are lesser ones, and they're worth four gold apiece.
Oh, the ladies must be here.
No, somebody's in the doorbell.
Weird.
Hello.
Alright, so that information about the
Another
ordinance.
delivery order.
Darn.
Thank you.
Nobody cool.
No idea what I got.
Is it your name?
Yep. I always have to check which one of us it's to. More than one time, I've opened something and found a pair of lacy panties or something. It's like, oh yeah, that's for Bobby, not me.
Yeah, let's see what you ordered on Amazon, sir.
Let's find out.
I think that's like, oh, yeah.
Now this one's addressed to me.
I'm waiting on my color chips.
Color chips?
Yeah,
Color.
for Sharon Williams. Not Sharon Williams. I got them from Sherwin Williams, but they're color chips that just say the name of the color and it is the color
For paint.
for paint. Yes.
Ah, replacement ear studs for my piercing.
Gotcha.
Because lost the ball.
Oh, I lose mine all the time. Sometimes you can buy just the balls.
I couldn't find the ball with the particular kind I needed.
Gotcha.
All right. By the way, the guy is also saying that not only create havoc, but anything that you can walk off with, we'll pay a fair price for.
Okay.
So, you go back out the alleyway and into the square.
Yep. And
lounge around. And at one point, you do see a smallish goblin headed towards the Mage Guild, carrying a backpack.
Okay. Yep.
Headed across the square on an intercept course, you see Peter,
Oh no.
who's with the Thieves Guild.
Yes.
He is looking to have a talk with the goblin also, and apparently he's planning to do so before he makes his transaction.
Were we around close enough when Nari and Peter were interacting that we could stop him, distract him?
I don't understand how the two statements go together.
When Nari was having her interaction with Peter.
Yes. There's high probability that because this guy already knows the other guy with the Thieves Guild, knows who you are and your relation. Peter probably knows that too.
Do we know Peter? Because I know, like, we know, because, yeah.
You've seen him, you've not been introduced to him.
Okay. But we know that his name was Peter because the lady told us.
Because Nari told you after her interaction with the guild.
Yeah, and then the quartermaster was saying that another guy came in and that it was, based on the description, it sounded like that same person.
Yep.
Well, I guess I'm going to try to go do a distract or something.
So, you have the space of a football field. You need to find a way to get Peter's attention and wave him off before he gets to the goblin. The goblin is headed straight away from you. So the goblin's back is to you. You've at least got that in your favor.
Okay.
You need to get Peter's attention without getting the goblin's attention.
Yes.
Give me a second.
The
I
two.
have some scrolls that might help.
I have performance shit. Like I'll start doing some performance stuff.
Because we can't get the goblin's attention.
Or if you get his attention, he needs to think it's innocuous.
Yeah.
He's on a mission. I just have fascinating performance, and I have a harp, and I have my fire magic. So
I have a spell called Enthrall.
I have that one also. But it's all creatures. I don't know if you can make that go for just one specific creature.
Anybody have a message spell?
It would take me 10 minutes to prepare it. But that's what I thought of at first.
I don't.
Okay.
Like enthrall and blistering invective are about the only things that I have.
I do have
Which-
a spell called.
Blistering invective is only 60.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second.
60 feet. Everybody is in range of 60 feet.
Well, it only goes for one creature, so I mean I can use that on Peter.
Okay.
It's the best thing I got. It's either
Hold on.
fear or blistering invective.
I have Magic Mouth, which is similar to Message, but it doesn't have a range, or the range is touch, and it basically says you specify a trigger and a message up to 25 words long. When the specified trigger occurs within 30 feet of the target, and a mouth appears on the target and speaks the message, and the Magic Mouth spell.
So you need something that you need to affix the magic mouth to something that's fast moving that you can get it to Peter.
Which would be an arrow that Thwack would have. So that's about the best thing we got.
Or,
Or Thwack.
Sephi's sling stones would work.
Yeah, let me check one more spell.
Actually, Mind Flayer, we typically don't mind when our viewers like to kind of throw out suggestions here and there. We have had some of our viewers give us really good suggestions. I am actually a very new player, so although I'm level 6 in this campaign, this is actually the first campaign I've ever played, and we've been playing for
Couple of months.
7
Yeah.
months since July, August time frame.
Probably about a level a month or so.
Yeah.
Peter looks particularly rat-like. Can use my rat whistle. What else do I have?
I have a signal whistle, but I don't know if what that signals. That's a good question.
It's just a regular signal whistle.
I do have.
Blow it, everybody hears it.
I have days, but that would do damage. I don't want to damage him.
I think that the
Press
best
the
option is
digitation.
Would that work?
You could use it to get his attention.
does it have
Yeah, let me see.
feet
A range.
range? There we go. Because
Range
I don't
is
have
10
a range.
feet.
10
Okay.
feet.
But we can make it.
So
10
mine would
with
be
it.
40 feet. Because I get a plus 30 to everything because of the range feet that I have.
It doesn't say it can make any sounds though.
I thought prestidigitation would basically be whatever you want. Minor magic trick.
Prestidigitation is a minor magic trick. That's why the illusion couldn't be, realistic. It had to be just clearly you're drawing sparkles in the air.
It has a specific list of things you can do. The closest thing would be make a temporary object of negligible bulk made of congealed magical substance. The object looks crude and artificial and is extremely fragile. It can be used as a tool, weapon, or spell component.
Cannot be used as a tool, weapon.
Oh.
or spell.
Can't do that, sorry. And then you can clean or soil an object.
Peter. And the air with fire.
I can
And you don't think that would get his attention?
I think it would.
Isn't that the goal?
Yeah, that's if I can do that with prestidigitation, this is what I'm doing.
Hey, you basically
And
sparkler.
it's 40 feet away from me. I can do, if it's normally 10 feet, I get a plus 30 because of my reach spell.
Mhm.
So I can do it. That's so far in between him and I that and I'm moving my hand with it very obviously.
Right. So, a simple spell like that, and there's no roll to make. There's simply him not botching his perception check. And
Wait. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
I
she
did it.
sparkler writes Peter's name,
Yeah.
and it's a common name. Nobody knows why you're doing this. You're just weird.
Yep. I am just weird.
But it is enough for it to get his attention, and his intelligence is pretty good. His roll is not that great, but it was enough to like they're trying to get my attention for some reason, and so he backs off. He's a thief. He knows when he's being waved off.
Okay.
So he diverts his path so that he doesn't overtake the goblin. And after the goblin has gone inside, he comes over to you, eyes you up. I could have had him before he made it into the guild.
While we understand that, I think it's important to still let the guild be able to do their business. We can always grab him on his way back out.
We had a buyer for the ore.
Who is the buyer?
He just looks at you. That's guild business.
Well, I know that you know that there's a lot of crazy things going on, including some of the members of the Thief Guild disappearing or potentially being murdered. We want to put a stop to this, but the only way to do that is to talk to people who might have the information that we need. So while one of your thieves members was murdered that had this ore, and suddenly this ore came back up and is now being sold, we need to kidnap said goblin to find said information of who did this and where to find them.
You don't think it was the goblin?
Definitely was not the goblin. We have enough information to know that it was a much larger creature.
All right.
Is there like a secret handshake I should do?
If there is, you don't know. So he agrees to back off, and he's got a couple of men posted around the square, so the goblin won't make it back out of the square without being accosted.
We can work together on this. We can grab him, and maybe some of the money that he just received in selling it could potentially help us all.
Okay.
We can share.
Well, if you find, as I'm sure your friend has said, the Thieves Guild has a bounty on whoever killed, what's her name? I can't remember.
The thief that died?
Yeah,
Oh, I
Quinn.
don't know if I wrote that
her
down.
name was Quinn.
Quinn. Okay, I did not write that down.
Who did she steal it from?
An ore merchant. Unnamed character.
I've seen more merchants, maybe whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
The goblin is inside the Mages Guild for probably 20, 30 minutes before coming out. And he heads back across the square towards the main road,
Should we stop him?
which two of you are just kind of off of that path, so it'll be very easy to intercept him.
We should go.
Do you want to stop him, or do you want to tail him? This would probably best have been arranged with Peter before this happened, so I'll say that's...
Yeah, and the original idea I thought was to just stop and question him, but I didn't even think about the option of potentially just following him wherever he's going. So how are you feeling, Vivian?
I feel like we should follow him.
I'm kind of thinking the follow might be a good idea too.
Okay. All right.
Oh, a stealth check.
Yep.
Woo! I did good. I got 27.
Now, roll a society check. You're intending to look nonchalant in a city.
26.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad. Good job. Good job. I got this.
I love how it's gonna be like me just walking in like great posture and you like sneaking in.
Best turn off your fire for now.
Thwack, he disappeared.
Okay.
Is my skeleton still following me?
Yes, he is walking with you. And what it looks like is your professional man-at-arms.
Your bodyguard.
Yes, your
Phenomenal.
priestess of the temple has a bodyguard with her. Obviously, you must be somebody important.
I'm very important. I'm kind of a big deal around here.
Or your vagina is.
Well,
Okay,
Basically.
so you have managed to follow him for a while, and he does head towards the docks district.
Okay.
Toward the end, he does get a little more watching behind him. It's based on his behavior, he's probably getting close to his destination and wants to make sure that nobody is following him. But his perception check is lousy, and it's not enough to spot out his tails.
Good.
Which is good because you guys kind of stand out a little.
Just a wee bit.
Right. But he ducks down an alleyway, and you see him going up a set of stairs into a second story of a building.
How close are we to the cave bar tavern thing?
You're Karasta district. You're not right there.
I want to follow him, but like if the door is shut, I want to just, see if there's like any traps there, windows, or basically places where we would easily get caught.
Okay. The bottom half of the building they went into is clearly a warehouse. It looks like the upper floor of this one might be rooms for rent, like a single small room where somebody on not good funds would be able to rent for a week or so.
Okay.
Going up the stairway, the boards creak, but nothing. There's no traps or anything that you spot. As you're up towards the top of the stairs, you actually see Thwack leap from one building to onto this one,
Oh,
and so Thwack's been following the guy from the rooftops.
I'm so glad we found Black.
So
The team.
no, he just is kind of he's leaning over the edge of the building, and in a stage whisper, designed not to carry, it says, "There's another door on the other side of the building. I'll cover that." So he goes over to the far side of the roof and disappears. The three of you, or four of you counting Vesta, are standing at the top of the stairs, headed into a slum-like tenement building.
Sure.
How do you proceed?
Do we know which door?
I gotta pee.
Okay.
Pink on it.
That is how you proceed. You can.
Fantastic. We don't have to
talk
talk
about this
right
right
now,
now,
Tatiana.
Duchess was requesting, asking food requests.
Got it.
More specifics. So I responded with what I would request, pending actual location of food required.
Okay, apparently cannot spell the word broccoli. Hopefully they can determine that.
Why does my back always hurt? Why does my back always hurt? Is it really because I posture stuff? No.
It's not from your sleeping arrangements. Unless curling up like that is not good for you.
No, my back's been like this for a while.
Okay.
It's just my lower back. Okay. All right. So did he go into a building or did he just go?
He went into the building. You are standing at the door that he went into that you last saw.
The thing sticking out from under the corner of the couch caught my eye, and I was like, "That looks like a fidget spinner," but it's like, I guess, the edge of the sword.
Oh, that would be a really fun fidget spinner.
Like a little orange chicken. I like orange chicken.
All right. So Thwack is covering the other end of the hallway. There is a window in this door. You can see that there is a long hallway and 4 doors on either side. Probably that means eight rental rooms up here.
Okay.
There does not appear to be a staircase that leads down into the main part of the building.
All right.
And we don't notice any door that was like recently closed behind somebody.
No, but there is at least one door that's standing open.
My thought process is like, let's just pretend like we're really drunk and we can't find our rooms like stupid fucking tourists. And just stumble down the hall and into the open door.
Well,
I don't know. That's a good thought process. That's the only thing I got.
probably the people who live here are going to be somewhat aware of each other. These are people who are destitute and living the low life.
Okay.
So, are you going to go in?
I look very much like I'm not supposed to be there, right?
Yeah, you definitely don't look like you belong. But I have Thwack, which Thwack probably looks a little more like he belongs based on this town.
Okay. I could probably just walk in, right? Like,
You are capable of just walking in, yes.
Will you be noticed? Yes.
Will you be noticed if anybody looks at you? You're not going to look normal, but you're wearing adventurer's pit badges.
Yeah.
People are used to adventurers doing weird shit.
okay.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Nice.
Thanks.
Solid belief that adventurers are all nuts.
Yes.
So, opening the door and walking in, it is the second door on the left-hand side that is standing open. And sitting in the doorway is a granny.
Like a grandmother?
Yes. Grandmother type. She is old and scarred and worn.
Human?
Dwarvish.
Dwarvish. Okay.
So if she's been sitting here for a while, she probably knows who's coming and going.
Okay.
And she sees you come in, and you see the surprise and shock on her face. She is not, not what you're expecting to happen in her afternoon.
Did I finish the box? Or do we need to take the bag out of the box?
There's more in here. Winter?
Sometimes you have to take the bag out.
You have
And
to
squeeze
squeeze
the
the juice box.
Slap of the bag. I just open the hole where the spout is and just pull the bag out.
Winter?
Thank you.
There's some more in there. Next round, we'll probably will have to squeeze the juice bag.
Adult Capri Sun.
Pretty
Should
Um,
take the cute little juice box we got. Juice boxes we got.
so she said
Is Black with us, or he was at the other end of the hallway?
he was covering the door at the other end of the hallway.
Oh shit! I wish Black was with us, because I could have used him as a. He's looking for his brother, and we swear we just saw him walk in here. I don't know if that's gonna work now if we don't have him with us.
This grandmother, anybody who's living on hard times like this, is probably jaded and not easily deceived.
Okay.
But remember, what do people in this situation value above all?
Money. Probably just got it.
But what's the cost of a simple piece of information too?
A few copper, in my opinion.
A few copper is a good day's meal.
A piece of bread. A piece of bread and 4 copper. Okay, I'll take it out of mine.
Okay. So what are you going to ask her?
Excuse me, ma'am. We're looking for a goblin friend of ours. I think he may have just walked through here. Could you point us in the direction of which door he went through?
You're too short to be one of his friends, but that away. As she sits there with her pipe, before you walk by, priestess, ought I go inside, or will this be entertaining? She's asking if it's going to be dangerous or fun to watch.
Entertainment is always available.
So she just sits there, packs her pipe a little bit more,
Amazing.
keeps smoking, while she points out the third door on the right-hand side.
Is she a fellow worshiper of Calistria? Can I do?
She called me roll for religion.
Well, she recognized your garb as being that of a priestess.
Figured. What I'm saying is there anything identifying on her that says that she could be from
The same.
Temple of Calistria. There's nothing offhand that states it. But maybe she worked as a prostitute in her younger days. And
Such as I.
mhm. So, arriving at the door, how do you proceed? Also, something she said, you're too short to be one of his friends, or to be his friend.
Which is, that would mean that the orcish lady is not here.
Not that she's not here.
Well, she's not his friend.
Oh, no. It's you are too short to be his friend.
Well,
Ergo,
I'm too short, therefore you must be very tall. Got it. Got it. Now it's resonating. It took me a minute. Okay, got it.
implication, orcish lady probably resides in same space.
I guess fucking. Woo, baby! I got a 28 for perception to see if I could hear anything through the door before busting that bitch wide open.
The doors are relatively solid. This place was well built. It's just worn down. So, yes, you can hear two voices. One, you're familiar what goblin voices sound like. Very personally familiar with what that sounds like.
Yes.
And there is another one that is kind of gruff and rough and deep and rumbly.
We encountered an orcish lady before.
You have?
Yeah, wait, unless it was a different. Maybe it was a
I
different.
don't remember you in Corey.
I was gonna. The beach episode? Was it who did we encounter during the beach episode?
A sphinx and a hack.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, it was a different campaign. Never mind.
Okay.
So I don't recognize the voice as anyone I have encountered before, I'm assuming.
That is correct. You don't recognize the voice, but you have seen orcs before, and that grumbly tone that's in their voice is even deeper and rougher than a dwarf's. So
Okay.
there's a little bit of melody to the dwarves. It's just more.
Room service.
Amazing.
A prostitute has to be naked. I'm not saying I should actually do this. This is just the first thoughts coming to my mind, and I need assistance. Vivian!
I'm gonna assist whatever she's going with. I'm
Okay.
Naked room service. Dear God.
Inside the room, there's a goblin, a backpack full of ill-gotten gains, and an orcish lady who has a tendency to rip the innards out of people.
Yeah.
my people.
You have Tatiana, Vesta,
Fireball.
Vivian, Caladan, ex-Skelly Boy, and Thwack, who's down the hall a little bit.
Did Peter and his crew follow us as well, or they stayed back behind?
It would go to suffice that you doubt that he left, that he did not follow, but you have not seen him.
He's somewhere nearby. We just don't know where.
Mm-hmm.
Nari, get Peter.
Unfortunately,
It works like that.
Unfortunately, Nari and Tulia and Sephi won't be able to get here in time for you to make effective use of their help. So,
Well, make note that we know that this is where they are.
do you want to stop here and wait and bring in the full cavalry?
Good question.
Because actually, I think that everybody else might want to be here for
Yeah.
the first interaction with with Molly.
They should be here for sure. Like, they should be here, and I definitely don't want to do it without them. So the only other thing I could say is, I wanted to say, like, okay, well, I heard it. We know that they're there. We know where to find them. Make note. Let's go make some money.
Okay.
But also, I don't know how much longer Duchess is going to be, and if they're going to be here soon. Because if they're going to be here soon, then we can just...
Yeah, they'll probably be here not too long.
Yeah.
All right, so we will plan to pick up next week. I'm going to send a message to the group that everyone
Jurassic
really
Park.
needs to be online for next week's adventure,
Yeah.
because and I will fill everyone in that you have managed to track the large orcish woman and her goblin minion to a seedy housing tenement, and you're just ready to pounce once the cavalry arrives.
This is Jurassic Park, isn't it?
That's what it was. I was trying to place what movie this was.
Yep. Jurassic Park. Order has been placed for delivery. Estimated arrival 9 p.m.
Okay.
Let's put that off here.
We don't know that she's a half orc. She might be full orc.
Based on the information that you've gotten, she is full orc.
That's what I was thinking.
But
Or is large. Large.
she's a
baby.
particularly large orc, so she might actually be half orc. The other half ain't human,
True that.
so
Draconic.
Pardon?
Draconic. Dragon-like.
No,
Giant.
probably more like hill giant.
Little giant.
Orcs generally aren't that big. She is.
You think she's sad? Why?
Well,
Okay, well, I was basically like forced into being a whore and sold my body.
so
We all have tragic deaths.
What you
like
know-
this Vivian.
what you know about Molly is she worked as a longshoreman. Her basic loading and unloading ships. From the sounds of it, what you piece together, these cultists that are worshiping Kalamatri are kidnapping people and going through some kind of ritual to transform them into these mutated creatures. And when they grabbed her and performed this ritual, it did not go according to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Quite possibly, her mixed heritage that is nothing human could well have screwed up the ritual. You don't really know for sure why, but he did tell you that the ritual went wrong and that she became something else.
Mm-hmm.
So, one, her transformation into whatever it is she has become was not voluntary.
Mm-hmm.
And but you've seen repeatedly madness and insanity in the followers of this entity.
Mm-hmm.
So her situation's clearly not voluntary, but also how has it twisted her? You don't know.
She might now be against that group of people as well. We could get her on our side.
Well, I was thinking about that, but she's not going after just those people. She's just going after anybody she has an opportunity to go after.
She
And
is.
maybe that's
She
the
is killing
transform-
people. They're kidnapping people.
That is correct.
Well, based on our conversation with the bushes, or Sephi's conversation with the bushes, it was regular footprints that went in and out, but on the last murder, it was regular boot prints that went in and claws that went out.
Yes.
So she had to have been killing people before her transformation.
Possibly. But also, maybe she's a transformative creature now. So clearly she's not whatever monstrosity all the time.
Right.
So maybe the one where she killed them before, maybe her previous transformation wasn't enough to, shred her boots. Maybe she didn't go full Hulk. Maybe it's getting worse.
Now that the god is coming nearer, the Lord Kari Matri is getting nearer. It's getting worse. It's very possible.
So you have no idea what the mental state of the individual you're about to interact with is.
Room service.
Now, also remember, all of the eviscerated victims were male, except the female elf, who was heavily disguised. This is a point that I've made before, and I just want to reiterate it.
We go crazy because all of us are female, so we have to see.
Probably, possibly. We're
Might
about to
be-
find out.
Mhm.
All right, let's find out.
Well,
Okay.
we can't right now. Go wait till next session.
Okay.
So the party's classes. I am an elven sorcerer.
I'm insane. Just
Well,
kidding.
that's true.
I am a human cleric who is a necromancer.
Who's a whore,
Noble background.
but is a whore.
Yes, well, okay, so the goddess I worship is the goddess of revenge and lust. So, yeah, I'm a whore.
She got cursed with a nymphomania.
Nari is a rogue tiefling. And then our last player that was here earlier is Steffi, and Steffi is a Leshy
Leshy druid.
druid. That's what I thought. A Leshy druid.
What's your alignment?
Her alignment?
No, yours.
Mine?
Yeah.
Chaotic neutral.
Oh, I think Steffi's the only good one on the team. I don't know.
I'm not I'm never good.
Yeah.
What is
Like,
good?
what if Steffi becomes the big bad guy
That'd be hilarious.
at the end? She's the only good one who is all evil. Or not evil, but chaotic.
I
don't
want to
think-
become evil.
Steffi's not chaotic good. Is she lawful good or neutral good?
I can't answer the question.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Ask her in the chat. Usually a cleric. Okay, that's cool.
What kind?
What
like, what domain?
what ancestry or whatever do you like to play? I think is what they call it instead of race.
Yep. For Pathfinder 2e, they're calling it ancestry. I think D&D still calls it race.
I think they recently switched too.
In another campaign, I am a Dhampir swashbuckler.
Usually when I'm playing 5e, I play a warlock.
In the 5e campaign, I am a tabaxi fighter, which is cat person.
Yeah.
Fighter type.
I
But
play-
we're in Icewind Dale, and originally I was gonna be a Black Panther, and then they were like, "You do realize that you're in a snow area, right? And that you would stick out like a sore thumb, like you're a Black Panther." And I was like, "Oh, are there solid white cats?" And they were like, "Yes." I was like, "Fine, I'll just be a solid white instead of solid black." And I created. I actually have a really fucking cute outfit.
Yeah.
How can you trick your party into thinking you're a paladin?
Lie.
Is he a warlock? What is he saying he is?
It said usually LE,
Lawful evil.
lawful evil.
Yeah.
Ellen Mental P said love warlocks.
Yeah, they're my favorite. I play the Archfey pact. And I really love it because my character was basically, she hates the Fae, but she was basically raised by them because, you know, the cliche, her parents died, but she also hated her parents. But anyways, she was raised by the Fae, and because she had nowhere else to go, and they basically were like, okay, well, we raised you, so you owe us, you know, everything. And she's like, fuck you guys. And
you guys.
yeah, but now she has cool magic powers, so that's cool. I love her. She's a kitsune.
This was like,
I love her.
I like my cat person. My cat person's outfit is really cute. Have you seen it? Do you want to see it?
No, I haven't seen her.
I'll show you in a moment.
I
think my phone's charged.
But my kitsune, I'm trying to make her so she basically acts like a fake because she doesn't know how else to act. So she like follows their morality.
Oh yeah, my phone is way
It's really
charged.
fun. I love playing her. It's really challenging to like not lie because she can't lie. She's not fey, but she's still like
Okay.
can't lie.
That's really cool that you are DMing a campaign. It is easy to get distracted and go on other paths. Like our DM has stated, it's probably better to not have a super defined path because the party has no fucking clue what the path is, so we always go off the path.
Yeah, the script. I write a script. You guys don't follow it. So my method actually is I come up with an idea of where I want to go and what the end goal is, who the baddie is, why the baddie is, and then make everything else up as I go.
True neutral warlock tiefling.
Ooh. I usually play
So
chaotic
true
neutral.
neutral is somebody who's really obsessed with the balance and maintaining the balance in all things. This is the way it's often described.
Understood.
I usually play chaotic neutral.
There's the pictures of my cat
But this time I'm
outfit.
technically, I don't know. I think I'm lawful neutral because I just do whatever my god says. Other than that, I don't care. But like, if she says it's cool, you know?
Mm-hmm. Basically, she gives you permission to do all the awful shit.
Yes.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, cute. I love that. That's super cute. I love it.
Right?
I love it so much.
Lots of little pieces of fur, but so the only other thing I want to work on is doing like white fur arm thing that probably has ribbon to tie it, corset for the arms, and that's about it. I feel very like confident with this outfit. I'm gonna show, sorry.
I really like it.
Yeah, DMing can be like herding cats. We also know what herding cats is like, being that we are mostly cat girls / pets in the house, and herding cats and dogs all at the same time is woo!
Herding dogs is pretty easy.
Dogs is well, except when the dog don't want.
Dog don't want.
Yeah, but I almost always want one.
Almost always. Well, for the couple viewers we have left, I want to thank you guys for tuning in this evening. Chaotic neutral. You know what's crazy? The majority of us were chaotic neutral to begin with, I believe, at the beginning of the campaign. But honestly, I don't fucking remember. We're gonna have our dinner here in the next approximately 15 to 20 minutes, and we're gonna nom noms, and we will catch you guys later. Don't forget, unfortunately, I will not be streaming tomorrow evening as my flight arrives late in the evening, so I will be missing tomorrow night's campaign, which will be rescheduled for the following Wednesday. However, you can always find us live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays and 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays. Otherwise, if you hit that subscribe button or follow button on Twitch, you will get notifications of when I go live.
If you're following me on Facebook, you'll also figure it out, as well as Twitter. And I don't really know how YouTube works, but either way, I'm around. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the new subs. See you guys later.